Happy hunting.
Hunt me.
I am the hunted one.
I'm hunting most things.
Let us hunt something.
You can hunt.
Long have you hunted me?
You're being hunted.
Good morning, welcome to another hunt for the 27th of June 2018. Curated hunts from steem-pedia. It was actually quite difficult today to find 10. Even though there's like a couple of hundred up there, there's actually a lot of stuff up there that just I didn't really identify with today, so it was a real struggle. But here's the top 10 curated for today. Omni-lamp, an entire studio in your hands. This is kind of cool, and it's from a place that I'm desperate to get to, which is Estonia, and Tallinn, in fact, the leading city there. 4 pivoting arms, built-in LEDs and barn doors, 4,200 lumens of flicker-free light. It's kind of low actually, 4,200 lumens of flicker-free light. CRC 988 on skin tone, so it's mainly as a portable light, I would say, for interviews and portrait photography. Certainly cool for a vlogger. I don't know how much is it. How much does it say? $415. That's not bad actually. It looks like somebody's thrown this together, designed it, come up with it. It's got these LED strips. I don't know if they're LED strips or if they're like bulbs, but they look pretty well protected in there. Certainly a lighter way to travel with lighting, and decent like throw of lighting. Although I will say these ones that I got, these LED flat panels, for the price have been amazing. Next up is the Gyro, I don't know. It's got 2 eyes in it. Personal posture couch on your standing desk. Kinda like this, kind of scared by it as well. Probably would end up kicking its head in. Will monitor your posture throughout the day. I just have this like nagging feeling that this thing would be just literally just talking. You're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. I'd be like, ugh, just to try and keep your posture like set. Like I should really sit like this and do the interviews like this, and talking and doing the show like this. Would I like one of these? Well, maybe. Doesn't really. $99 for the mat. For the bot, it's 120. I'm gonna say this is more design over anything. That standing desk is pretty damn cool though. That's got the same keyboard, Logitech. I don't know. This thing looks like it could get really frustrating real quick. It looks more design than does it actually move its legs? That could be kind of freaky. Next up is the Red DSMC2. This is a new camera that's come out from Red. This is the actual brain of the camera. Has been submitted. Originally it was just one of the sensors, because you can get the actual main part of the camera, the brain part, and then you can add on the sensors on top of it depending on what level of quality you want to go at. So you can start with the what's called low end, even though it's 5K Gemini sensor for like 20,000, all the way up to like the Monstro 8K sensor for 54 grand. So one of the things that's really nice about Red cameras is that ability to like scale up as and when you need that level of quality or filmmaking. You buy the brain and then you bolt on the sensors to it. The brain actually does all the like encoding stuff in terms of data write speed, the storage and everything, and then you just put the slider sensor on the end of it, and as you can see, like the low quality noise on these things is just insane. But you really need to be like looking at some serious wedge to get one of those bad boys. Next up is mello boards, the mello-drive-s, the new electric skateboard drive that grows with your standards, and it's $1,000, so €1,000 should I say? No, yeah, €1,000. I put this one in not because just of the fact that this is like buy the kit, add it to your existing skateboard that you really love, is that I think we're going to see a lot more of retroactive fitted stuff, like electric kits for cars. You know, I'm already starting to see like VW vans and BMWs and old kind of cars from the 80s being retrofitted with electric motors and all the electric gear that goes along with it. So I think we're going to see a lot of customization to do electricity, especially with transportation. It's already started. I don't know if I'd pay €1,000 to retroactively make my board that I love into an electric one. I think I'd rather buy one already done, like from Boosted or something like that. Next up is Voxera. Again, this is a similar one to that, in that this is a little tiny box that you can leave at home, insert your SIM card to it, it connects to the internet, and then you download an app, and then you can receive calls over the internet like voice over IP. It's kind of smart actually, and it just alleviates all of the stuff. I mean, you could probably set this up with Asterix or something similar, which is an open source piece of software for like routing calls and having an exchange. But what I like about this is that you don't take your SIM with you, you just put it into this device, it connects to the web through your router, and then you can receive calls as normal wherever you are on that normal SIM code, on that SIM number. So that's kind of nice, because if people want to get to you, then they don't have to pay those massive fees, or you don't have to pay those massive fees to send text messages. It just does it through this little internet box. I'm sure there's going to be a million other ways to do it. I don't know how good it is, I don't know how reliable it is, but it's just like a gateway thing to have your SIM do voice over IP. Next up is the Pro Photo A1, the world's smallest studio light. Initial impressions is like, I'm kind of trying to get my head around this, because it seems really bulky and big. I mean, the sensor looks good, and it's got this Air TTL, so I presume it's some kind of like a trigger that you can do over the air, like Wi-Fi. And while it might have all these great features, got a great panel on the back of it, I'm just not sure about it. I guess it's because I've never really used those hot shoe lights. I'm sure it is better because of the LED lighting rather than like a flash bulb thing in there. I don't know. The only reason why I put it on there is that if you can use it as a studio light as well as putting it on top of your, I mean, it looks massive on the camera. Look at it on the left hand side there. That looks huge. It's like, here's my camera around my eye, and this thing's bigger than my head. I look like I'm working down the pit. I'm all about lights though. That's why I threw it in here. I do like lighting, and I have not played enough with lighting for video and pictures yet in my life. Next up is Smartify. Threw this in there because this is scan artwork and discover more. I think we're going to see this integrated into phones at very core base level. You'll be able to literally scan something and it will just bring you all kinds of meta information about it. You can already scan your normal camera over a QR code, and it'll recognize that it's a QR code and then ask you if it wants to take you to the URL. I think we're going to see that like multiplied across like reg plates. Just the more services that open up, the more silos of data that there is, the more of this stuff we're just going to be able to put our camera up to something, put our camera at a menu, it'll just convert it in real time. And then eventually, obviously, that'll go into glasses fairly soon, I would have thought. Last three today then, steem-pedia.com. This looks good. I mean, it's not got there yet, but it's looking good in terms of where it's going. Obviously, I don't like the price being all the way down there, but what can you do? This is just a downtrend at the minute. They've got a bunch of sponsored links at the top there. They've got a content section, tells you how much of these trending tags on Steemit are doing well. So live photography, Steemit, Bitcoin, introduce yourself. They're all big areas. And there's a bunch of witnesses at the bottom of here, services. It's not fully formed yet, but I can see where they're going with this, which is kind of nice. They're trying to build out like a Wikipedia all around Steam apps, and it's made in Ghana, which is just awesome, isn't it? Last two links then today. XIA. This one's nice. Energy saving device, cut your bill by 70%. Regulate your AC usage while maintaining comfort, saving you tons of money in the process. I'm not sure how it maintains their comfort, because obviously the way this sensor thing works is it turns the power off. So it turns the AC off when there's nobody in the room. So I presume they mean maintaining comfort when they actually walk back in and it turns it back on again. But anything that can be fitted to like a roof or a switch that's super easy, super compact like this, and can cut down the AC costs in your Airbnb or even in your home when you just nip out or you're out of the room, turns it off, turns it back on again when you're back in. That's got to be good, right? My only thing with this is if I'm sitting in my chair on my computer and I'm not really moving much, just moving my hand, will it just be going on and off? Because I kind of don't want the wear and tear of the thing turning on and off again. Last up today then, Orcaso. Create a motivated work culture with Orcaso. So what this is, as far as I can work out, it's very much like Trello board in many ways, but it has checklists for gamification. Yeah, it gamifies the checklist process. So if you have a bunch of different workflows from, something's open, something's in progress, something's completed, you can also get these tables to measure those goals, and then you can like sprint to get those goals done. I like it. I just don't know if it needs to be like a fully fledged app like this, especially for $99 a month. I mean, there's just so many other good apps out there on the market that you can add plugins to that do something similar to this. I guess it's just a different market, different niche, different people. I just think $99 is a lot of money per month to build out a complete platform like this, when you can find things like Trello which do a better job probably. That's it for me today. If you've come across this video from YouTube or DLive and you don't know what I've been talking about for the last 10-12 minutes, this is the website. It's called Steam Hunt, steemhunt.com. It's a little bit like Product Hunt, but it's based on the Steam blockchain. So it's an app that exists above the Steam blockchain, that interacts with the Steam blockchain for voting and authentication. This is what it looks like. On the right hand side, they're all the links that have been hunted by people. When you click through on one of those links, it appears here on the left hand side. Above that is a white button. You click on that white button, takes you through to the hunt. Once you click through on the hunt, I think that's a pre-World War II fighter. Been seeing a lot of bombers and planes going over the last few days. Sorry, let me go back. So when you click on the white link, that takes you through to the site. This one is a form for filling in to add your own hunt. So when you fill this in, you put in the title, description, some graphics, some tags. This goes up onto the Steam blockchain on your Steam account. Also goes into that table that, well, we're probably getting about 100 every day. But the aim of the site is that if people like your hunt enough, that gets voted up. And when it gets voted up, if it stays in the top 10, then it gets a bigger upvote than being somewhere else low down in the table. So obviously people like it. It's a bit of a contest, a bit of a game. There's a bid bot that goes around about an hour after the day rolls over, which is 4 p.m. GMT, midnight in Korea, where the servers are hosted. If you don't have a Steam account, you can go to signup.steemit.com. 3 different ways to get an account. If you can't afford an account, you can wait a week or two, go through the verification process and get one for free. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching. I will catch up with you soon. Take care. All the best. Bye.